Totalizator Systems, Philippine Gaming Management Corporation, and Pacific Online Systems Corporation to join GM Garma and our secretary at the center table. Thank you very much. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the awarding / signing of the Memorandum of Agreement of the Philippine Charity Sweepstakes Office Lottery System Project. Before we begin, may I enjoin everyone to please rise for the invocation. Kindly remain standing as we sing the national anthem in honor of the Philippine flag. You may take your seats.
Good morning, everyone. First, to Honorable Chairperson Pinili, who's not around, but is he online? Nakalive tayo with the Board of Directors. Members of the Board, our valued partners at the Governance Commission for GOCCs, our our business partners, and esteemed guests from the media, a pleasant morning to all. I am pleased to inform you that after some challenges we experienced in the process of procuring the Pcso lottery system, we have successfully hurdled each one, and we are finally at the door and ready to enter a new age in the Philippine gaming industry. Soon we will be able to stand shoulder to shoulder with our compatriots in the gaming industry, especially among the members of the World Lottery Association and the Asia Pacific Lottery Association. This system upgrade and modernization shall allow Pcso to reach higher sales target reach far-flung markets, and tap niche market through innovative, fun, and exciting new games. The PLS is an opportunity that will arm Pcso with the proper tool required to fulfill its mandate on a higher level. I wish to thank the Pcso Special Bids and Awards Committee led by its chair, Assistant General Manager Julieta Aseo, for their utmost diligence and incomparable patience. Meron ba dapat idagdag dito for being so brave to stand on what they in the long and difficult process of overseeing the transparency and integrity of the bidding process, from the invitation to submit bids and finally up to the announcement of the winning bid. To the winning bidder, a joint venture that includes the Philippine Gaming Management Corporation, Pacific Online System Corporation, and the International Lottery and Totalizator System, or the ILTS. Congratulations. And welcome to the Pcso family. Finally, with more gaming possibilities that are open to be discovered with the new Pcso lottery system, I am positive that the Pcso and its valued stakeholders, most especially the beneficiaries, will reap the fruits of having more fun for charity, which is the ultimate goal Pcso must attain as its contribution to nation building. Thank you. Thank you. I would like to introduce our guest this morning, who will inspire us to give some insight and inspiration to all of us. Our guest this morning obtained his bachelor's degree in commerce from the Ateneo de University in 2002, Davao, and his bachelor's of law degree from the Ateneo de Davao University College of Law. He was admitted to the Philippine Bar in 2010. Commissioner Clarville is a dedicated public servant and member of the Academe. Prior to his appointment as Commissioner of the GCG, he sat as a member of the People's Law Enforcement Board in Davao City. He also served as consultant on political affairs in the office of the City Mayor of Davao. He was also a professional lecturer in the International Studies at the Ateneo de University. Our guest this morning, Commissioner Michael P. Clarville.
I am a great believer of luck, and I find the harder I work, the more I have of it. This was from Thomas Jefferson. And I find it fitting today, since Lotto is a game of chance or luck. But today's event is all but a product of hard work and vision. To the Board of Directors of the Pcso, led by Chairman Pinili, to the management, and the leadership under GM Garma, the officers and employees of Pcso, the corporate officers of the JV PGMC, Philippine Gaming Management Corporation, International Lottery and Totalizator System, Pacific Online System Corporation. Fellow public servants, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. The Governance Commission for GOCCs would like to congratulate and commend Pcso for having hurdled the rigors of making this project come to a reality. Now, you can do more to fulfill your mandate. I also would like to congratulate the winning JV Doing business with government comes with an enormous responsibility. You take on a partnership which entails performing a social function over and above the business side of the project. As a good corporate citizen, fulfill the requirements of the 2021 PLS project with zeal, vigor, and consciousness that your leased lottery system is serving a public purpose for common good, not just a business endeavor. The GCG, as stewards of all the government corporations, or in some jurisdictions we call it state-owned enterprises, have consistently pushed for reforms in the government. We aim for responsible, transparent, and accountable governance. The constant strive of adopting best practices will continue to help the development of every government-owned and controlled corporations in their respective industries. This will be a testament that every action, contract, or project that we undertake in the government, we will all be accountable to our ultimate shareholders, the Filipino people. Public office is always a public trust, and all the funds that we hold. At the onset of the pandemic, the government corporate sector have been in the forefront in aiding the national government in its immediate and long-term response to the pandemic. It did not only contribute heavily in terms of financial assistance, but continue to drive our economy. I think si Pcso na cash rate kayo, ma'am. Cash rate si GCG, si DOF. Yun yung mga ayuda during the first months of the pandemic. So from the banking, financial institutions, agri and area development, gaming, infra, the GOCCs occupies a tremendous role in our economy and in nation building. What binds Pcso and the JV PGMC defines our business and responsibilities. What binds our relationships defines our friendship. What binds us Filipinos defines us as a nation. I could talk all day of corporate governance, reforms in the corporate government sector, and all of the roles of the GOCCs during the pandemic, especially the financial contribution. But I will leave that on some other day because we are here to celebrate a momentous event in Pcso. But allow me to share some thoughts which I've read from a book recently, which I find it fitting in these trying times. The book is entitled "Stillness is the Key," where the author quoted that all of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone. Thus, to dismiss our disappointments and uncertainties in mind, and to prevent internal conflicts between our good and bad impulses, and between our ambition and principles. Be still. Find a hobby and remain passionate. For in stillness, we are able to think clearly. In stillness, we are able to make tough decisions, manage our emotions, slow down, seek wisdom, maintain good relationship, create good habits, and find joy. Stillness is as simple as standing on fine white sand while looking at the ocean. Find a hobby. Contrary to the popular notion that a hobby or leisure is doing nothing, it simply means freedom from the work we needed to survive, or freedom from intellectual pursuits. As some of you may have experienced, jobs these days, especially in this pandemic, became increasingly less physical but mentally and spiritually exhausting. Whether you are just assembling a puzzle, aiming a pistol at a firing range, which I think Madam Garma practices, reading notes, playing a guitar, or simply restoring that car, those are essential. Our bodies may be busy, but our hearts are open as these physical acts strengthen our soul. Life is hard, but it's all about balance. There's nothing to feel guilty about being idle. It is not reckless, it is an investment. There is nourishment in pursuit to have no purpose. That is their purpose. Lastly, let us remain passionate. Amidst everything, never think that your efforts to achieve your goals are never enough. Let go of the materialistic definition of success. Manage your expectations. Find joy and fulfillment in touching the lives and fulfilling the dreams of others. Continue to effect concrete changes, provide compassionate service, and advance our common advocacy to build a better Filipino nation. Again, my congratulations to the Pcso and the winning JV, and wishing for everyone's continued success. Be still, be well, remain passionate, and find a hobby. We will have a Merry Christmas. Mayong buntag sa ating tanan.
Pangarap ko masenso, pangarap maging ilunago, simpleng
Once again, maraming salamat po kay Commissioner Michael Claribel of the Governance Commission on Government-Owned and Controlled Corporations. Thank you. At this point, may I invite everyone to look at our screen and view the audiovisual presentation on the Pcso lottery project, the processes that it underwent before it was awarded. Here it goes.
By virtue of Republic Act Number 1169 as amended, the Philippine Charity Substakes Office or Pcso was created as a government-owned and controlled corporation mandated to raise and provide funds for health, medical, and welfare-related charitable programs and projects of national character through the conduct of sweepstakes races, lotteries, and other similar number games. The Pcso started its online lottery operations in Luzon in March 1995. The Philippine Gaming Management Corporation or PGMC was tapped as system provider with the first Equipment Lease Agreement or ELA, executed on January 25, 1995. This was followed by amendments to the ELA, Supplemental Status Quo Agreement, and a series of supplemental to the ELA. The first draw was held on March 8, 1995 using the ILTS legacy system. Meanwhile, in June 1996, online lottery operation was introduced in Visayas and Mindanao. The Pacific Online Systems Corporation was the system provider, with the ELA executed on November 25, 1995, followed by amendment to the ELA and series of supplemental to the ELA. The first draw for FISMID was held on June 13, 1996 using G10. Through the years, the Pcso continuously introduces innovation to improve its products and lottery operations. One of its aspirations is the 2021 PLS project. The agency faced several challenges in this undertaking, including failure of 2 biddings, one in 2017 and another in 2019. The third bidding for the project was conducted in April 21, 2021. During the opening of bids of the 2021 PLS project, joint venture of the Philippine Gaming Management Corporation, International Lottery and Totalizator System Incorporated, and Pacific Online Systems Corporation, or PGMC collectively, was declared eligible and qualified, having both legal, technical, and financial eligibility, and declared as passed subject to detailed evaluation of bids. On June 11, 2021, the SBAC recommended that PGMC be declared as the single lowest calculated responsive bid for the 2021 PLS project. On September 6, 2021, the notice of award for the 2021 PLS project was issued to PGMC. With the successful conduct of PLS bidding, the following are expected to be achieved. The gaming public dictates that the online lottery should continually be at par with the industry standards, developing a variety of new games, discovering new methods of product distribution, and exploring new market channels to offer more convenience to the customers. On the part of the Pcso, the joint venture is expected to acquire for the Pcso a new lottery system that is responsive to changing market preference for more interactive, entertaining, and technology-driven online lotteries. It shall make the agency agile and responsive to business challenges. Such system is envisioned to help the agency in surpassing its sales performance and eventually provide more funds for its charitable programs.
Okay, so that was the audiovisual presentation of what the PLS project is planning to take, the direction. And now, may I call on the representatives or the officers of the joint venture of the Pcso or PGMC, POSC, and the ILTS, and of course, Ma'am Rayne Garma, for a souvenir photo on the stage. This is to mark the awarding of the project. And since the signing, the actual signing of the MOA will take place later on in Mandaluyong in our office, so we shall have the picture taking instead of the signing.
For the purpose of alarm. But we will sign this in the office.
For ceremonial purposes,
Folder nyo, parang ano, dami-dami natin pera, tapos tig 150 na folder. Tapos 6.5 billion to, tapos calculated.
and we have the representatives hold the folder up. Itaas po natin yung folder. Pwede ko dito tayo. Morning again.
Good morning to GM Gamma, board directors and visiting guests from Commissioner Michael. This morning occasion marked a significant milestone in the history of PCSO. It has been a long and fruitful journey, but at last we are here to sign the memorandum of agreement. PCSO. On behalf of our JV, I'd like to thank the expert committee headed by Agent Julian Arceo and the technical working group headed by Agent Anand Casas, board directors, general manager Rowena Gama, and also the other members for their hard work, prudence, and fairness in ensuring the bidding process was done by following procurement regulations. Many of our JV have been awarded the 5 years PCSO lottery system project. Rest assured, we will exhaust all our technical expertise in providing PCSO with a more advanced lottery system that at par with other lottery systems in other countries. I would also at the same time would like to thank you for the full support of our JV board members, Bang Bernas, Amin Santos, POSC, Pcso working group, PGMC working groups. Thank you. Again, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you very much, and advance Merry Christmas to all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tan Neng Hua, Executive Director of the Philippine Gaming Management Corporation. At this point, let's hear the message from also an Executive Director, this time from the Pacific Online Systems Corporation. Mr. Ong Sim is not with us this morning. Taking his place is Mr. Armin Santos, also of the Pacific Online Systems Corporation. Let's give him a welcome.
Good morning to all. GM Garma, Commissioner Michael, other distinguished guests, good morning. Today marks an important milestone for all of us gathered here this morning. Actually, there are two important milestones that I thought of this morning. One is, as narrated in the video earlier, there's a long process of transparency of government procurement that happened. It started in 2017, two failure of bids, but finally, the best of the best came out on top. Second, it is also a marriage of two best companies in the lottery business. Finally, Tan, Mr. Su, we are married. And then this marriage will only bring the state-of-the-art technology for the new lottery system and for the years to come. And lastly, what is more important, it will benefit not only Pcso because of its state-of-the-art technology, but it will also benefit the Filipino people, the millions of Filipino people, through its charitable work. In the end, I'd like to thank everyone who worked hard for this meeting, both from the PGMC, our partners now, Pacific Online, and the rest of the members of the Pcso that carried this meeting in a transparency manner. With that, maraming salamat po. Thank you. Have a good morning.
Thank you once again, Mr. Armin Santos, also an executive director of the Pacific Online Systems Corporation. At this juncture, let's welcome the Assistant General Manager for Management Services Sector for the closing remarks, Mr. Arnel N. Casas.
Good morning, everyone. Magandang umaga po. It's an honor to give the closing remarks. I just would like to thank everyone involved and presently today and involved in the Pcso lottery system, and particularly to a joint venture of the PGMC headed by Mr. Tan, from Pacific Online Systems Corporation headed by Mr. Armin Santos, and the ILTS headed by Ms. Carmelita Jan. And also, I'd like to thank the distinguished guests today, Commissioner Michael Toribal, and also Director J.P. Abisamis from the UCG. And I would like to thank the members and friends from the media. Good morning and welcome. If you will recall, in the first quarter of 2012, we at the Pcso started the drafting of the terms of preference to prepare for the upcoming expiration of our contracts with the system providers. As a member of the technical working group at that time, we initially included all our wish list and crafted the terms of preference initially for the national online lottery system. Since then, terms of preference underwent many revisions And many things happened that it became the BMOS or the Visayas Mindanao Online Lottery System, supposedly for the Visayas Mindanao area only. And in the succeeding years, it became the NLS, nationwide, the National Lottery System. Then eventually, a final terms of preference was approved for the Pcso lottery system before the pandemic in the year 2020. So after 9 long years and after shedding blood, sweat, and tears as mentioned earlier by our guest, we finally succeeded in building the Pcso lottery system. But personally, for me, the experience and outcome of all these exercises are worthy endeavors. The Pcso lottery system is the realization of our long-time goal and aspiration for the Pcso. We are very happy to see and be part of this ceremonial signing today, which marks the start of the new beginning, the new gaming system for the Pcso. The Pcso lottery system will again set the standards and will bring the Pcso to its new height. The system will provide for new and exciting gaming activities and will redound to increase in revenues for the Pcso to support its programs and projects for the government. Again, we are very honored to have witnessed this special event today, and may we ask everyone for your wholehearted support and cooperation for the final establishment of the Pcso lottery system. My congratulations to the Pcso team and to the joint venture of PGMC, POSC, and ILTS. And I wish everyone a pleasant morning. Mabuhay po kayo.
Pcso ang aking kasama. Sigaw ng Pilipino.
Okay, and that concludes our program for this morning. We also would like to acknowledge the presence of our friends from the media. And we will not be having an open forum, but you are welcome to approach GM Garma and of course the members of the new joint venture for your questions.
Is it okay, sir? Yes, that is part of the commitment. I think our partners will explain further kung ano yung system. Ano? Okay.
Okay, we are committed to replace all the software and equipment used in the whole country for all the regions and also address all the new market needs and market channels to play. Everything, including the online and mobile bet, everything.
Jim, sabi niyo kanina, magkaroon ito ng 2 years. So, magkukomplete po yung pagpapalit natin ng system by the end of 2023 or early 2024. Tama po ba?
Yes, maximum of 2 years, but I think, sabi nila, even 1 year siguro, pagkakaya i-roll out natin nationwide. Yeah, pwede, but the contract is of 2 years maximum. And that will be used for the next 5 years.
Ngayon parang sa kalaman din yung publiko, with this new system, isa na lang yung gagamitin system, how will it with the public or the vending public will have them pag they will use the services of Pcso when it comes to playing their love games for us?
The public will still need to go to the local agents to buy all the specs usual way. At the same time, we will introduce new way of buying through mobile bet, through internet, to make it more convenient for the public for the new system.
And with the system, it is more accessible and more options to play for the games of the Pcso.
Yes.
Yes, including yung auto payment. So, Kung sa ngayon nakikita nyo, they just go there and pay in cash. So there will be not only the betting platform, yung payment platform namin, yan, available na rin so in the future, the credit card, you can access the Pcso, etc.
So we're accepting online payments na rin.
Yes, soon. Yan ang expect natin from the public na abangan nila sa local communities.
Yan, bukod po doon sa system, sa machines, meron pa po bang ibang pagbabago na makikita sa Pcso bukod po doon sa mga ganyan?
Yes. With those systems, kasi we will incorporate new games. So, part of the contract is an additional 5 new products in the system. So, we will start working with our partners para ma-identify natin what are these additional 5 products aside from this, para kita nyo, mga local products namin ngayon.
General na po kaya tayo kahit isang or 2 products lang na sasabi niyo sa amin na ano yan para at least maano natin sa publiko? Meron na po ba tayo mga products, yung additional products?
Yeah, I think we have mentioned of Kino to go online. Okay, that's one. Upgrade natin yung mukha ng Kino. And other games are still being developed.
Yeah, you said earlier that there are 2 games that are being prepared. The 2 games, birthday banana and the middle. That's part of the 5 games that
No, that's not part of the 5 additional games that we require our partners. Those are separate na games.
How many times you from this or you will just migrate to 2?
What do you mean? If you go online? Yeah, it can be. Sabi nga namin, with the new system na introduce namin, we can go online, we can be offline. Pwede ka pumunta sa Lotto outlet, but it can also be available to internet and yung products. So, yan yung direction na pupuntahan namin with our partners.
So you can play physically or through online po?
Yeah, it can be, oo. Pero ang trend kasi ngayon, online lahat. So, sa mobile betting system, even yung betting platform, it can be online, it can also be mobile. Pwede ka rin diretso ka sa Lotto outlet. So, ang purpose lang namin, upgrade namin yung system. It's gonna be faster, more games, more interesting. So, more betting platforms, yung payments and how you claim your prices will be improved. Sa ngayon kasi very traditional. You have to go to our office and claim your price. You have to go to our outlet and pay in cash. So with the new system, we can be cashless. We can also use electronic tickets. So ito po lahat ay inaasahan natin ma-deliver ng Pcso with of course the support and help of our partners in the development of that system.
Jim, with this transition, are you seeing any delays, diba? For example, habang nagtatransit tayo to this new system, may mga outlets ba tayo na, for example, temporary shutdown, for
No.
the system,
None. Tuloy pa rin. Kung ano yung ginagamit ng sistema ngayon, tuloy pa rin yan. In fact, we are even approving mga applicants na nag-open ng mga loto. Last month, I just approved 160 plus na loto outlet ng Pontiac sa Visayas. And they're open lahat ng MWR sa Mindanao naman. And we're working out dito sa Luzon. So, tumatanggap pa rin kami. Pero sa transition period, pag i-deploy namin yung bagong system, pull out na namin yung papalitan. And then we will train our agents. So, ganun lang po yung gagawin namin for the next 2 years.
GM, iba naman dun po sa mga last week kasi si GM, may nanalo na dun sa 300 million pesos natin sa Ultra Lotto. Then sunod-sunod po may mga nanalo na din. At nakikita natin yung iba nating mga kababayan na talagang bumabalik-balik na sa Lotto kasi marami na nakikita nga nanalo. Ano po ang mga mensahe natin dito?
Kumaya pa rin sila. Yeah, nakikita nila na, alam mo, siguro mas malaki pa yung sales namin, mas malaki pa yung matutulungan. Tataas pa yung charity fund namin. Kung yun naman, lahat ng betting platform maging available. No? So, yun yung direction namin. We expect to not only double our sales once na ma-roll out namin yung system. It's more than that. Yun ang expected sales namin. But anyway, yeah, I'm calling itong mga suki natin, lalo-lalo yung gustong manalo, na 20 pesos only, you have the chance to win, no? A minimum of, like Ultra Lotto now, it's almost 50 million yung start ng prize. So they have the chance to win. For those naman who do not believe in gambling, kasi bawal sa religion niya, bawal sa paniniwala niya kasi dito it's immoral, then just simply buy the ticket, 20 pesos, and then you throw the ticket. Pag manalo siya, i-donate mo na rin yung panalo mo, it will go to charity. So wala kang talo, it's just a reason that you will not buy. Kung manulugal ka, you buy, you have the chance to win. You believe on charity, you buy also. Just think that you're simply donating to 20 pesos and it will go for a cause, mga projects na meron.
GM, ganyan ako mag-ganyan. Kasi pa rin yung 20% sa inyo.
You're referring to the winning tax, not 10%, 10,000 pesos above. Kung ako tanongin mo, hindi pa kasi ako nanalo eh. Pero kung ako mananalo ng 10,000 above, sasabihin ko talaga tanggalin yung tax. Imagine mo, nung tumaya ako ng 20, chinarge na ako ng 20% documentary stamp tax. Di ba? Ngayon nung nanalo ako, kukuhaan nyo na naman ako ng winning tax.
Kasi ma'am, kung maalala nyo, sa Pcso lang siya yung phone. Malaya din kasi ako. Sinasa sa 20. And then,
Malalaya ka pa rin.
may pakapyo na naman yun.
Yeah, from 10, it became 20, and then it became 24. Binalik namin siya po. Para mas affordable. Ako tatanungin mo, I prefer na walang tax so that the fund will go to charity na lang. Mas buo yung charity fund. For me na, that is my stand. Because we have a responsibility to give 50% of the charity fund sa universal healthcare and to fund the malasakit centers also.
I-update ko pala dito sa mga gusto kumuha yung mga outlet. How much na pa rin i-update?
Okay, when you open a Lotto outlet here in Manila, ang bond is 300,000. If you go sa province, munisipyo, except chartered cities sa province, it's 200,000. Munisipyo, it's 100,000. Yan po yung bond. It used to be 300,000 yan anywhere. So binaba namin para mas affordable kasi ang focus namin is to provide livelihood. Eh kung napakalaki ng ban mo, I think that's no longer a livelihood. Diba?
Yung pinaka-importante nila kung ma'am, wala nang kumukuha sa kayo dyan, sa GM. Hindi lang yung nagpapaan ng tulong ng Pcso sa mga kababayan natin.
Every day we are disposing almost 9 million. 7 to 9. Nung pandemic, mga 6 to 7 million a day. So ngayon at medyo na-normalize na, we are disposing 9 million to 10 million a day. Yan po yung financial assistance na binibili namin through our medical access program lang. Yan yung araw-araw nang manghi na magawa sa dialysis, billing sa hospital, chemotherapy, and others. Yung mga medicines, hindi pa ko kasama dyan. So it's almost 10 million na ngayon a day.
Lahat po ba ng hospital ng private and public? Meron po mga representative ng Pcso?
No, only those established malasakit centers. Meron ng Pcso representative. But of course, those are confined sa mga private and other government hospitals na walang malasakit can also access our assistance. Pag provided, nasa ward sila, charity ward o private. Bibigay pa rin kami ng financial assistance.
Ma'am,
Okay, last two question.
Ma'am, karagdagan na nabanggit nyo, kasama sa pagpapalit ng systems, we will be training agents. Ma'am, may time frame ba dito? Madali lang ba siya? Gano'ng katagal yung training ng mga lotto agents?
Before we launching into now, we will make sure training within last 6 months so that all the operator or local agents have enough knowledge and certified before they know how to operate. But more or less, we make sure they equip on that knowledge 6 months before the switch over the regular one.
Ma'am, panghuli na lang po, no, with this new system, ma'am, it will be more interactive. The people, yung tumatay, magkakaroon ng option kung gusto niya ng online or kung gusto niya pa rin yung traditional na pag malapit na mag-8 p.m. may mahaba ang pila sa mga Lota outlets. Mensahe na lang sa publiko, ma'am, na makaka-experience sa susunod na matapos tong transition natin, and there will be more sa mga bagong games na meron tayo.
Can I ask our partners para sila mag-commit? Isingilin ko na lang.
So, okay. The way we do is we will do a parallel installation, the old and new, so that we will make sure that it will be seamless and no changes. The difference between old and new is new one have a more structured supply like you mentioned, land-based and mobile-based and also internet-based. We try to learn from this dynamic. Not only people in the queue, we want them to have can buy at their own time from the house, including different methods like what PGMC as well, or different payment methods.
Thank you very much from our friends from the media. Back to you, Eric.
So that's it po, guys. Sana po na-enjoy kayo sa panonood ng aking video. And so next time, sundan niyo po ulit kung saan naman ako pupunta. Bye!